So I was reading the New York Post recently, and there's this New York cop who was filmed punching a woman in the face. She was sort of like pushing at him, sort of made it look like she was gonna assault him.
Yeah, it was
Very
it was
thin
really hard
woman.
to yeah, it was really hard to tell, but it did look like there was some initial physical contact,
Yeah, he
right?
was in some sort of scrum trying to subdue somebody, and she was a bystander or knew somebody, and she was like pushing at the cop,
Yeah,
maybe saying, "Get off my friend," or something like that.
yeah.
And he just geared up and just loaded up and just punched her, and she fell to the ground
She
because,
flew, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, because small, not short, but small, slight woman,
yeah,
and he was a pretty, built
right.
cop, a black man. Yeah, I'm not shocked that she flew to the ground. I'm surprised that she wasn't more damaged, actually.
Exactly. It looked like the back of her skull might have, hit the ground, right?
She definitely hit the ground,
Yeah.
but you know, the reaction is predictable. So, people who are what was the thing that they were in the middle of? Was it
I thought the cop was trying to make an arrest or something.
video shows New York City cop punching woman,
Interfering, yeah, interfering with
interfering
the
with what?
arrest.
He was arresting
It's
somebody else.
it said right there, interfere with the arrest of an attempted murder suspect.
Attempted murder. Oh my God. Okay, so she was interfering with the arrest of an attempted murder suspect. Okay. Here's the thing. First of all,
I have to admit, when I first saw this, like my initial reaction was, "Holy crap!" Like I actually felt bad for the woman.
right, because
Um,
anytime you see like a woman get just totally rocked like that, I think it's a natural impulse for men to be protective of women, right?
yeah,
I think it's a good impulse because I think our species might have died out if men just looked at women getting assaulted and thought, whatever. You know, that's probably not a good instinct to have
uh-huh.
because generally if you're if you're seeing a woman, it's probably someone in your tribe, right? Humans for most of history lived in small tribes,
Right, right.
and you probably shouldn't think that women getting assaulted in your tribe is a good thing. But I think that that's kind of a vestige of our like caveman bigoted mindset that we're just
Mhm.
holding on to. What we really should what we really should embrace
It's
as the
true.
truth
Yeah, yeah.
is that
I'm being
is that
sexist.
you're being a bigot.
Yeah.
Because A, you're assuming this is a woman, right? She just looks like a woman.
Right, right,
Like, I don't know that she's a woman. She didn't state her pronouns to me, right? All I saw was her getting punched. She didn't tell me her pronouns.
right,
She didn't list them in
w-
her Twitter bio because I don't know her Twitter.
right.
She didn't list them in her email signature because she's never emailed me. So literally, I
We're,
don't know. I don't
we
know if
can't.
it's a man
Yeah,
or a woman, is what I'm trying to
right,
say.
right. And we can't assume it from her appearance,
Her
or
appearance, like the
is it okay? I
clothing.
mean, we don't even know the pronouns, but we're using her.
We're using her cisgendered presentation.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you can't trust that either because people who are men can't present as women. You understand that, right? You're not like the total bigot. You understand that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. To some degree. Yeah.
Okay. So you could be a man and identify as one and yet present as a woman. Like drag queens. You understand that concept.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
So, and even though we can, in days past, the dark ages, the bad old days, one might look at her and just say, based on physiology alone, like the broadness of her shoulders and her bone density and how thin and frail it looks, could probably assume from that she's female. Her waist to hip ratio, whatever. One in the bad old days, you could just assume those things out of hand. But now, in the current enlightened days, we cannot. So we don't know whether it's a man or a woman, and how, therefore, can we possibly fault this policeman for not assuming either? Like, there's this human pushing at you. You're trying to arrest a murder suspect. There's this human being pushing at you, acting aggressively, right?
Yep.
Who knows if that person has a weapon? Who knows what their intentions are? Who knows what their capabilities are? Because their physical capabilities could be anything. You cannot tell based on sight alone that I'm a 200 pound 220-pound male, and this is a 105-pound female. This person is really no threat to me. You cannot assume that at all. First of all, it may not even be female, maybe a man. And second of all, we all know that women are as capable as men in every single regard, correct?
Correct.
So it could be like a Marvel film. She could just like Black Widow your ass and just do some sort of jujitsu to you and totally knock you out, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
So
you're. Yeah, it's flawless logic.
yeah. So this cop could not assume, could not eliminate any of those possibilities because we live in an enlightened era, and he must feel, therefore, feel maximum threat from this human. He has to assume it,
I
and the
agree.
only, yeah. So therefore, he is any amount of defense is justified because he doesn't know what threat level this person poses based on sight.
Yep. In fact, I mean, it's even you could say she should be grateful that he didn't shoot her.
Right? He probably should just shot her. He doesn't know. He doesn't know if she's maybe carrying a weapon. Right?
Yeah.
Should just have shot her. But he was, very restrained. He said, "I'm just gonna punch this person." Luckily, that was enough to send her flying. I don't know why she was flying either. Maybe she's just a bad fighter or something, but I don't know. That's not the way I see it happen in films. Like very oftentimes, women take a punch from men
Hmm.
in films, and they just stand there and punch back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not sure why she didn't just do that. Do you think it has something to do with her comparative body weight?
Perhaps.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. Or just just the way the punch landed. I don't know. It's
and and in the video, could you hear yet another bystander who was asking like, "Why did you punch this girl? Why did you punch this girl?" It's like, wow, what a bigot!
that. Yeah. What a bigot. Exactly.
I'm pretty
That
sure
is.
she didn't tell him her gender identity either. So what a bigot! I
Yeah.
know you think you're doing something good here, but you're not. You're really just perpetuating these false gender norms.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that person not helpful at all. Problematic, in fact. You know.
Yep. Yep.
So that's all I've got to say about the New York City cop punching that woman. I know it seemed really rough to look at, but once you abandon your super patriarchal, misogynistic, and antiquated ideas about everything, you will see it was simply one human being defending himself from a totally unknown threat vector. Like he could not assume anything about what that other person could do to him. So therefore, I'm pretty sure he was totally justified.
Yeah. Justified. I
Yeah,
agree.
thank God. Thank God he's okay. That's all. I'm just happy. Who knows what could have happened to him?